magic trick to get this interview ever. I have the CEO and owner of Rainbow Blossom, Miss Summer, in the building with me, y'all. I don't know if she done been on anybody else's show, but I get to say she been on mine. What's going on, Miss Lady?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. So go ahead and tell the folk about yourself, but then also let's tell them how to find you or follow you on social media.
Okay. So my name is Summer Auerbach, and I am the second generation owner of Rainbow Blossom Natural Food Markets. My parents started the business in 1977, so 43 years ago. And in 2004, my dad had some health issues, and the stores were facing some really bad competition from national chains that had moved to town. And the store was on the brink of closing, and my parents basically asked me if I could step in and help them out while my dad was getting cancer treatment. And I said that I would help out for 4 months. And 16 years later, here I am.
Wow. Whole 16 went from 4 months to 16 years.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so how many locations you guys got?
We have 5 locations. We have 4 natural food stores and a wellness center.
Okay. Now, let's talk about exactly what Rainbow Blossom is for the folk who have no clue, ain't never heard of Rainbow Blossom.
So we are natural food stores, but we sell a lot more than food. We sell wellness products, supplements, health and beauty, gifts, and then produce, natural grocery, pretty much anything natural.
And this has been a family business for how many years again?
43 years.
43. So, where was the first location?
So the first location is that building that that burnt down last year on Breckenridge Lane.
Okay.
The caught fire. So that was the first location, and then in 1981 they moved to Fairfax Avenue, and they were in that space until 1999. And then in 99, they moved to the Lexington Road location, just down the road in St. Matthews. So that's the first location, but it's had a series of locations before we landed where we are now.
Okay. Where are some of the other locations?
So we have one in New Albany, Indiana, Bardstown Road at the Gardner Lane Shopping Center. The Middletown store is on Shelbyville Road, and then our wellness center is on Springhurst Boulevard. And that store is a little bit different. It sells supplements, health and beauty, gift items, and then it has 6 practitioner rooms. So we have services that are offered there. There's also an education and demonstration kitchen, but there's not like it is not a full grocery store, but it's a very cool store.
Okay. So there's a special reason why we're doing this interview. You made a post, and I happened to see it. And I was like, I like her, kudos to her, I want to talk to her. I inboxed you, took a couple days, you saw, you was like, sure, why not? Like, no questions asked, you was like, sure. So let's talk about this post. I want you to go ahead, I'm going to let you tell the story of what led to this post that you made, and then you can tell them what the post was.
Okay. Well, obviously, the national climate right now is that there are protests happening in our city as well as around the country. And I felt like it was very important that my business kind of come out kind of in solidarity with the movement, and for us to kind of take a stance. Normally I would say we don't get political, but I truly do not believe that this is political. This is human rights, and so that is very important to me. I was like telling it without telling what my post was.
Right.
So basically, we made our statement, but then I really started thinking about what we could do as a business to really kind of take action, and how we could make a change in our community and in people's lives, and really give people the opportunity to break the cycle. And so to me, I thought, well, my first thing was we should let people know about the Black-owned businesses that we currently support and partner with in our stores. But then I thought, we should have more of these. And so that's when I made a post in the Buy Black Louisville group and said that I own Rainbow Blossom and that we want to be more intentional about supporting Black-owned businesses. And if anyone has a product that they think would be a good fit for our stores, we do have product standards, so they still have to meet those standards, that we would love to see those products and bring them into our business.
Right. Okay. So you made the post and you said, listen, I'm going to break it down. She was like, basically, I'm going to give opportunity. I'm going to let you get your foot in the door. It has to meet these standards. It has to be in certain parameters. But we are looking to support Black-owned local businesses that meet us where we're at, far as your type of products. Tag them. And you had estimate how many people you think got tagged? How many businesses?
I mean, I think it was literally close to 400.
Yeah, I would say it had to be. And I watched the post for a while. I think I may have commented maybe in the first 100-something posts. And I was like, wow. I didn't even know that we had some of these businesses. Some of these products even.
I was blown away. I posted this. I had this thought on Sunday night when I went to bed. I think I posted it like 11:50 p.m. and went to bed and, just kind of posted this on a whim. Was like, this will be, like, let's see what I get. When I woke up in the morning, there was already, over 100 people who had responded. It had been like shared 40 times, and like 400 people had, reacted to the post itself.
Right.
And I woke up in the morning and I was just completely overwhelmed. I was like, oh man, like, it's going to take me a while to get through these, but I was so just happy and just kind of overcome with emotion that there were this many amazing businesses out there. And then I thought, how are there all of these businesses?
And nobody has a clue.
I mean, how do I not know that these businesses are here? So I'm really excited about, the new partnerships that we're going to have and the new products that we're going to get on our shelves.
Right. So, speaking on that part, I think that was the thing for me, because I felt like you put your money where your mouth was. I feel like there's a lot of businesses, whether they are locally owned, small chain, not so much corporate, they've made statements. And those statements have backfired on a lot of people. Cancel Nation is real in 2020. Mm-hmm. It was real in 2019, but 2020, they're not playing no games.
Yeah.
So, as a business owner, I've been very, I ain't gonna say cautious to what I say, but I believe what you say the first time is what you meant. That's how you feel, and that's what you think. Mm-hmm. You can backpedal, you can try to make amends, all the good stuff. But with the first thing you say, that's kind of really what it is. So it kind of leads you to be like, who's their PR teams? I got somebody for you. I got a couple people for you to help you out. Because whoever wrote that should have told you that wasn't going to go right. And I think that is something that a lot of companies are lacking, especially if they don't have that ethnic workforce behind them to say, okay, look at it this direction. If you're aiming to talk to this community, or you want this community to, shop and support you, you might want to rethink, how you approach or say certain things. Mm-hmm. I feel like and I know this is our first time meeting. Everybody who knows me knows I don't do a whole lot of researching or behind the scenes talking. We gonna talk face to face. It's gonna be real uncut. So I have no clue about your business. But for me, not knowing you and being like, I don't think she's got really too many probably even ethnic people that even know or work for her like that, for her to have said, okay, what should I say? Like, this was her genuine idea and feeling out the gate. She didn't make no grandiose statement. It wasn't nothing she was trying to save her company. She just from the heart said, I have a platform. Here's your foot in the door, but these are the things I need you to do, and let's work. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you for that. Absolutely. Well, I think that it's absolutely great meeting people, especially allies for the Black community or the Black and brown community, that just genuinely are like, well, why not? Like you said, you woke up to almost 400 something tags and was like, how did I not in all this time even know about these people? So for me, the same goes for us. It's like I'm only aware of Rainbow Blossom because of my sister.
Mm-hmm.
She introduced me to Rainbow Blossom. But I know there for a fact a lot of our community has no clue to what Rainbow Blossom is, what it can offer, and things of that nature. So I wanted us to have the conversation. So as a business owner, somebody who's been in business for years, and definitely being in a different type of demographic, because as me and you were talking, you know, some people say, oh, that's that old witchcraft flower child type stuff. Like, nah, that's not real life. Nobody really lives like that. That's the sedity stuff, or that's the people who live in this certain area type of stuff. But it's about people being organic, living better, being healthier, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So having that discrimination against your business to a degree, which I mean, you've had to come across some of this stuff, considering what you guys sell, you know, the things that you sell demographic wise. What has been your feeling about some of the corporate businesses or even small franchise businesses, the statements and things of how they've handled things?
Well, that's a loaded question. I think depending on the statement, I would have a different reaction to what they said, but it certainly, I've been watching with great interest to see, you know, what businesses have said, and some I'm like, oh, that went really bad, and others I'm like, I can't believe, you know, I think that you're also watching to see if they're going to make a statement. So I think in some cases their silence is kind of speaking for the fact that they don't feel like the need to, you know, to
speak up.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to throw one out there, Target, because that was hilarious to me.
I don't know if
Target basically said when the rioting or the protest was happening, they were looting the stores, he was like, I'm a billionaire. I can build more. I can replace them stores. That was basically his. He was like, I don't care, because they're talking save Target, don't write Target, don't go into Target, don't loot Target. And he was like, man, leave the people alone. I can build more. I was just like, wow.
Well, you know, Target is based in Minneapolis, so you know, I'm sure for them, I mean, it was right out, you know, it was,
at their door.
I mean, truly outside their door. So. I think that's a good attitude to have.
Yeah, he was just like, I can make more of them. Yeah, whatever, leave them people. And he was just like, leave those people alone. I know there was controversy about Starbucks and Heinz Brothers, and I was just like, I thought it was weird because it was both coffee companies, and I was like, who is your PR people? Like, do y'all got the same firm? Because I'm confused. So who told you that was a good idea?
Well, with Heine Brothers, I think it was a screenshot that was an internal message. But, I mean, you have to think that in the digital age that things will...
Screenshot Nation. I'm just saying 2020 is cancel nation. It's real. Social media is real. So being a business, you take chance. It's one thing to have a face-to-face conversation, and if somebody's secretly recording you, then okay. But for the most part, you're going to see somebody filming you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you send emails or post something on your work site that only employees, what's to stop them from sharing that? Especially if they feel offended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I guess my question to you would be, because to my understanding, Heine Brothers is a local business, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not from here, FYI. That's everybody's used to me. I'm not from here. I talk like I'm not. What advice would you give to them if they were listening to this live interview right now, based off of what the statements that they made and how the whole fallback happened, the backpedal, oh, they can do the t-shirts, they can wear pins, we can put the signs back up, but they're still facing fallout from it because a lot of people are like me, like, nah, you already said it. No, I'm good. Don't even worry about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, absolutely. I think that certainly that made a lot of noise within the community. And to me, I think I was so surprised that they missed the mark on that, just because I think that they have always been a company that has been generally pretty, forward about social justice, issues and, the environment and fair trade and, all of that. But to me, it was about the thought that they thought that things were just going to go back to the status quo. You know, that was the when things, I'm thinking about my company, about when things go back to the status quo. And so to me, they missed the mark on that, because this whole thing is not about going back to the status quo. It's about progress.
Correct.
And moving forward.
Well, then too, and this is just from a perspective as a black woman, black business owner, it almost was like they were worried about hurting somebody's feelings, hurting their white consumer feelings. And it was just like, but they're not your only consumers, because I know for a fact the black LGBT community supports that company hard. Starbucks, and they support them too, real tough. So to have that happen, it was like, what? Really? Oh, okay. Well, I just won't spend no more money with you. And it wasn't even a thing of, oh, we're gonna go Target. I don't think I ever even saw somebody say, oh, we're gonna go Target the building and we're gonna destroy their bed. Oh no, we're just not gonna fool with you no more. Everybody go over here. Where, you know, all the posts you start seeing was, who are our other local owned black coffee businesses?
Turns out there's not enough.
So then, you know, the posts start going around where everybody's like, okay, well, do we got businesses that do this? Do we got businesses that do that? And then here comes your post, and you're like, well, if you got a business, you have a product, I have shelves, let's fill them. I feel like, to me, it wasn't an opportunistic thing. It was a genuine moment of saying, you know what? I already made a statement on behalf of my company saying we're supporting the movement. This is not about racism. This is about human and rights and us moving forward as people. Because you did not, to me, pull any type of, oh, well, I've done this and I've done, no, it was just simply, listen, this is where I stand on it. This is my company's value stand, and this just is what it's going to be. And that was it. Like, it was fade to black. I'm not looking for attention, none of that. And then you made this one simple post in a group, not publicly on Facebook, but in a group, and went to bed and woke up the next day, and there's close to 500 messages, you know, tags on this thing, and you literally followed up with every person and said, let's talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of messages.
I can believe it. So, what is one of the goals you have moving forward, seeing that things are not going back to the status quo? On top of, we're dealing with coronavirus. So we're dealing with two different things that have all happened in less than 6 months. First of all, let's get real clear about this. Even though coronavirus has been going on longer than that, but for the last 6 months, this has been the climate. Going forward, as a business, what are some of the things that you, as the head, are wanting to put in place to provide for the communities, to say, if I go in Rainbow Blossom, I know that I can go in and feel, one, safe, I can shop, find things that relate to me and my lifestyle or whatever. But are you guys putting anything in place educationally wise, or like product wise? Like, what are you guys planning on doing?
So, yeah, this coronavirus has certainly kind of changed the way that we are doing things and a lot of the dynamics. We are visiting. We announced this week that we're doing our first online kind of DIY class where people can just tune in, and I think we're doing like a salt scrub or a body scrub, and then we have another one that's coming up. But we have been very event focused with our business, and so not having that has been a little bit different for us. We have our wellness center that has the education and demonstration kitchen. We also have a community room. So we host, dozens of events every week in a non-coronavirus world. So I think we're still kind of figuring out how we can kind of work with what we have and figure out when we're ready to start inviting people back into our space and when people are going to be ready to gather. And then as far as the rest of it, we're constantly just looking for new products, figuring out how we can keep our staff safe, our customers safe. We have started doing curbside and delivery, and so we're just a week or two out from being able to launch our web platform where people can actually shop and order online, and either get that as curbside delivery or home delivery. So I don't know if I answered the rest of your question.
Okay, well, I guess my thing is, when coronavirus hit, a lot of people were trying to figure out ways to help keep themselves healthy, or, you know, as we all say, staying safe. What are some of the products or things that you guys may be putting into place that, you know, when they visit the website, you know, let's say you decide to start a blog, or like giving tips and things out, do you feel that you guys carry products that can assist people with getting themselves their immune systems, you know, that, you know, built up, healthy, and things of that nature?
Yes, absolutely. It's actually been interesting as the as different research comes out and certain supplements are suggested. I mean, there was a point where it was like we would get zinc in and it would be like off the shelf before, you know, we could even, you know, stock it on the shelves because it's been recommended as an immune boosting mineral. Same thing, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc have all been really popular. Elderberry has been super popular for cold and flu season and has kind of continued to stay popular as well. So yeah, I think we're finding our space a little bit. We do have some restrictions of what we can say due to like the DSHEA guidelines, so we tend to try to bring in experts to kind of be our voice as opposed to saying things that have not been approved ourselves. But you know, as soon as the coronavirus thing happened, you know, I said, you know, I'm gonna make sure that we get immune boosting products into the hands of all of the people that work at the store, because obviously, you know, their health has to be our number one priority because it's so contagious that you know, we're all kind of putting each other at risk. So it's kind of a whirlwind to think about what the past few months have been and all of the changes that we've made. But I know we were talking before we went on air about cleaning. I mean, we clean the counters between every customer. You know, we have you know, masks and gloves and, you know, cash register shields, and launched our curbside and delivery you know, program. Got stickers on the floor, so we had to really pivot pretty quickly. You know, pull out our bulk bins, start packaging, all of that stuff. So and also kind of get rid of things that have been like long-standing, you know, staples like our salad bar and our, you know, self-serve soup, and we had a popcorn machine with free popcorn, and, you know, all these things that you know now
were normal, right?
Yeah, and so now we have, you know, we're selling flowers out of our soup pots. We've got like herbal medicinal plants on our salad bar, you know, so we're just, you know, figuring it out one day at a time.
Okay. So I know you guys have natural vitamins and herbs and grains, which I was shocked by, because I was like, they actually have grains, like real grains, different grains in here. Pretty much anything organic you can think of, you guys carry. What are some of the items that have been hard, besides, you know, like you just said, the vitamin stuff, but due to coronavirus, what has been the hardest part, I guess, with running the different stores, the things, having to rely on other businesses to get, I guess, maybe? Like, what has been some of those things?
So that's actually interesting. I was just having a conversation about this with my team. Certain things like yeast. Everyone became a baker during coronavirus. It was like everybody started like baking bread at home, and I mean, we probably have sold more yeast in like the past 6 weeks than like we had in the past 6 years combined. So yeast was really popular. Flour, kind of going alongside that, was really popular. Of course, with like the meat processing plants having to shut down, our local meat sales have spiked because there was no supply issues there because they were working in smaller processing plants. But then also things like frozen vegetables, canned beans, like sliced cheese and deli meat, and a lot of these things, they just supply chains weren't ready for that, and so at some points it seems like it's finally starting to level out a little bit. But we were only getting almost every order, only 50% of what we ordered. So,
Wow.
So when you have a 50%, fill rate, that's really low.
Right.
And so you're trying to make your business work, and you can only sell
Need so much demand.
right, and you can only sell with what you're being shipped. So
Right.
that was pretty frustrating, and it's been really interesting to see kind of how we can pivot. But then there are certain things that you would think that maybe we would have run out of, but they, like local eggs, because we were selling so much more, but a lot of the restaurants that also buy the local eggs were shuttered, so we actually have like a very nice like local egg supply, because we weren't competing with all of, with the other buyers. So we did try to help out. Like I would say 2 days after the shutdown, I got a call from Creation Gardens, which is like a local distributor to restaurants, and they called and they were like, almost all of our businesses sell into restaurants. We have an entire like an 80-foot shipping container full of produce, and we have like meat and eggs and cheese and all of this stuff. Like what can like what can you buy from us? And so that was a great opportunity for us because a lot of things weren't coming in, so we were able to like turn and like pivot from them and kind of do them a solid by being able to like buy some of
But
this
also
food.
help keep you being able to offer
Exactly.
products that people could not find. Because I was confused by the rice thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, why is everybody buying all the rice up? Like, oh, okay, I get the alcohol, and the Lysol spray. Didn't quite understand the toilet paper thing. But okay. But yeah, in regular, what you call big box stores, some of the things that you saw being bought up, it was like, but why? Like,
Yeah.
I see all the soap and the hand soaps is still stocked. All the spices
Yeah.
is still stocked. So what do you got seasoning your food with? You gotta buy all the food up, but you ain't buying no seasoning? Okay, they're telling everybody to wash their hands, but y'all don't buy out the hand wash and stuff. The body wash is still here, stocked. Bars of soap is still stocked. I'm kind of confused, but okay. So, with you guys being organic, I'm pretty sure you guys have cleaning products, right?
We do.
Okay, so how did that go?
We certainly sold a lot of cleaning products. Like anything, there are like natural disinfectants, but we don't like carry anything that's like the real strong stuff. So it was, that whole section was pretty wiped out. I mean, especially like the
First couple
toilet,
weeks.
yeah, the toilet paper, the disinfectant, all of that stuff. But I will say that like we don't carry just like the regular like chlorine bleach or any of
Right.
that, so we didn't have like probably the same level of craziness there. But I mean, there's certainly craziness anyway.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I think stores are just now starting to get like alcohol or Lysol in. They still can't even keep it in. But being the type of store that you are, what are some of the things that you wish people knew about natural product?
I guess I wish that people know that even using a little is better than nothing, and that just because you don't know everything about it doesn't mean that it's not a good place to start. It's never too late to jump in. there's a lot to know, but it's all just very simple too.
Okay.
It's just taking things kind of back to the basics. Simple ingredients, simple products.
Okay. So, moving forward, we're not post anything because we're still living in it, people. I need everybody to remember. So let me go and get my PSA for the evening. Alright, y'all know y'all waiting on it. Coronavirus is still real, people. You still need to be sanitizing. You still need to be washing your hands, cleaning, and all that good stuff. Staying 6 feet apart, please, and thank you. Because I prefer not to be sick or dying. I want to make it to my 40th birthday in October. I've told y'all this. Please, 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 people. It is still happening. They're seeing spikes in other states that are crazy. Some states have already shut back down. This thing is still going. And flu season is only so many months away, people. So, please stay prepared. Please stay safe out there. As far as the protest.
Can I?
Yes, ma'am. Go
can
for
I
it.
add to your PSA?
Go ahead.
I would also suggest that people get tested. It's free. It's super easy. I'm getting tested, I think, tomorrow on Brook and Liberty through UFL, and I got tested last week in the drive-through testing at Walmart. Really easy, and it makes you feel better to know that you don't have it, and if you do, then you know to stay put.
Right. So free tested, people. Get tested if you feel the need to get tested, especially if you are in the public a lot. Get tested. So, with that being said, we're going to move on back to about the protesting and stuff. So, as a white queen sister, I know a lot of this has been a lot of debate, a lot of conversation in your community as well as in my community. What is it, from your perspective, you would like people in our community to know?
Do you mean
From just your personal opinions and feelings, that you, as far as people, white people being allies, or that there are businesses and people who are truly, genuinely not racist, not out to get everybody, and things of that nature?
100%. I guess I would want your community to know. First, I think that we are all one community, but that there truly are people who are outraged and upset and frustrated with this. I think that this has been a great opportunity to begin a dialogue and really getting people thinking about it, and even someone like myself who feels like they've been practicing anti-racism for a long time. These conversations, I feel like I'm constantly learning new things, and it feels like it's becoming easier to just even have conversations and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this has been a very really important and monumental kind of time in history. I think that we really are making history right now, and I think that there's a lot of people who fully do not intend for there to ever be a status quo to go back to, and that is truly important. And I think that it's not just for the Black community to stand up for themselves. It's the most important piece is having the white people speak up and actually challenge, to challenge the system and to challenge their family and the people that they know, because it's out there, and it's like you have these people who are allies, but then they have this crazy uncle or parents or whoever it is, and that it's really important to continue to have those conversations, because if you just say, okay, well, I just don't speak up, don't speak up for Thanksgiving, it's like it's important to speak up, because if you don't, then
They continue thinking it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I guess the next part I'm going to ask you would be, what are some things that we can do to stop the divide? Because a lot of people and a lot of us have discovered, this isn't just a black or white thing. This really is a human rights issue. And yes, it is a pandemic for Black and brown people because of you've seen the different treatments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for example, there was a guy at a gas station on top of a freaking truck, and there's police just standing around looking at this guy, and he's doing the most, and people are going live and looking at him, and you know, stuff like that. Or there's people who approach cops and point guns at them, and they go to jail. But we have in our community where you're running, taking a job, and you get lynched basically. You're asleep in your home, and you get murdered because whoever the heck they looking for was already locked up the day before, but they decided that they wanted to push this warrant and do a non-knock warrant and basically bust into your home and shoot you 8 times. You have people getting pulled over, and because this person felt nervous, they start shooting.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things to start opening the dialogue between the black communities and the white communities for those who are allies? What are some things, I guess, that we could put in place? Are there events, or there things that we should be doing, in your opinion, to get people in the same space to have that conversation beyond just the protest? Because I'm going to say, in my honest opinion, you see who is who now. You have had, like, for example, there's a picture of where a line of white women lined up in front of the protest with locked arms, and was like, you're not going past us, you're not going to touch them.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything but doing what they're supposed to do. We're going to protect them. You have seen white allies out there every day in the streets, people posting, I mean, we got the Amish out, y'all. I'm just saying, the Amish came out. When I tell you that one right there, I was like, yo, the Amish don't come out for nothing. The Amish is out here protesting, yo. Like, this is crazy. I mean, people in other countries are protesting about what's happening in our city, Louisville, Kentucky, right now.
It's
In
amazing.
other countries, it's a conversation. But after this, continually moving forward and not going to the status quo, what do we do? How do we make this happen to where we continue these conversations and continue this understanding and coming together, and stopping it from being a black or white thing, but being a human thing?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wish I had the answer, and if I did, you know.
But I guess my question is, in your personal opinion, someone who has a platform, what is it that you feel you can do, or that you can influence or suggest or help do to continue these conversations?
Mm-hmm. I guess it's interesting because I feel like the people who want to have the conversations or would show up to, you know, events, are the ones who are already kind of open-minded. And so I think the real question is, like, how do you get the people that are on the other side of, that are completely on the other side of the spectrum to...
I feel like we just need to ship them all off, put them on their own island. Because I hate to say it, but you got some people, they're raised that way. You are not born knowing to hate anyone. You are taught that. And a lot of times, a lot of people, as they like to holler their heritage, or that's how what we believe, or this, that, and the third, and that's our right to believe. Okay, that's all fine and good. Everybody has a right to their opinion, but it's what you do, I think, is the issue. What you put out into the universe. And when you put hate into the universe, when you act on hate, that's the problem.
It's almost like, I mean, to me, it's not even the people who are putting the hate out there, but there's so many of these people who are like, I don't see colors, or,
I'm glad you said it, not me.
I mean, but...
It's the truth, though.
But there's people who are saying this, and it's like, the point is not to see color, it's to celebrate our differences and still come together,
And learn how to understand each other.
Yes.
Not just tolerate. And I think that's what some folk have gotten in their feelings. They're like, oh, I have black friends and I don't see color, and they get mad when people react to that. But it's like, why did you feel the need to say that?
Yeah.
If you truly are an ally, if you are truly a person who loves everybody, regardless, nationality, creed, sex, origins, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
why do you need to say that? I guess that's the thing. Me personally, I just never understood why people felt the need to have to make that statement.
Yeah. Or why do you need to say all lives matter when somebody says Black Lives Matter?
Well, how can all lives matter if black lives aren't mattering at this point?
I know, but they don't seem to, but why, like, it's like...
Just saying, like, that'd be like us saying, all animal lives matter. But we kill animals every day. I'm just saying. I mean, if that's your response to Black Lives Matter, I mean, to me, that's almost the same thing. And I'm just like, well, for what? Yeah. Nobody's disputing if all white lives matter, if all brown, or all native, or all Asian, or all Hispanic. Like, nobody's debating about that. It's about the fact that it seems that the black and brown community, the violence towards us, especially systematically, is brutal. Mm-hmm. We don't get the same treatment. Like, for example, let's roll it back. The Kroger shooting. Had that been a black man, they'd have shot him on sight. Mm-hmm. Period. There's none of us, I don't think there's a person on this earth that can debate that to not be a fact.
No, I think you just even look at the photos of the men with the guns, storming the Capitol building and, with their, automatic, weapons,
Okay, but when the Black Panther Party did it, all hell broke loose. Mm-hmm. But we're all supposed to have the right to bear arms. If all lives matter and we all have the same constitution and rights, then why is it when we decide to do the things that we feel we have rights, or our reaction, because every action has a reaction, mm-hmm. Why is that reaction different? I think for me, and I'm going to put this as a call to action, I think we need to not have such, I think we need to start having not so much forums, but community events and community stuff that brings people together and showcases the differences in the cultures and celebrates those things and gives people opportunities to speak and to learn something. Like you said, you for years mm-hmm. have been practicing anti-racism, practicing anti-isms, period. Mm-hmm. And you've said you feel like you learn something every conversation, which is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to always learn. So I guess my thing is, with my platform, I'm moving for what can we do? How can we have things that puts people together mm-hmm. to make those conversations happen? I mean, like, who hasn't saw the little videos of the little kids and the little babies? They see their little best friend of a different color and they just love each other. Mm-hmm. Like, you can see this kid has not been, and some people, that kid was wired up different. No, it's just a kid loving his friend. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not thinking that way. You make someone think that way. You make someone notice that there's differences. I just wish that we had more of that. So once again, my intention was I wanted to make people aware of what you're trying to do. Y'all, all I'm going to say is she's opened up the door. If you've got a business that deals in organic, natural products, period, she is saying she's got shelf space. She's ready to work. She's ready for everybody to eat, make some money. She wants to spread awareness about some of these businesses. So what y'all going to do?
And we can help you get retail ready, too, if you're not.
Quit playing, y'all. The door is open. Your foot's in the door. Rainbow Blossom is making a commitment to help small black businesses that are in the natural product community sector. Now, you can't be sitting up giving them stuff full of sugar. All that, y'all. We talk about straight up natural organics here. But if you've got products, she's saying, here we go. Let's do this. There is no reason. So I'm going to make sure, because I'm going to tag her in the live. She's going to get on there. She's going to put the contact information. Whatever process it is, whatever you need to do, y'all need to reach out. There is no reason that you cannot say that you can't have your products in a chain store that is not only local, it's still a small business, and it's a woman-owned business. I'm just saying. And y'all know how I feel about this thing. So, I need y'all to get on top of this. I definitely am going to be keeping in contact with Miss Summer here because we're going to continue this conversation on whatever we can do in our own way to help rebuild and heal our community. I'm here for it. I definitely think we need to start thinking ahead because right now, our city's in a lot of turmoil. A lot of turmoil. But I don't think nobody's stopping to say, okay, well, where do we go from here? What are we going to do next? How do we heal the community? How do we make things better? I am challenging people. Start thinking about how can we make things better? What can we do beyond we want justice for the crimes that have been committed against black and brown people systematically, and the police brutality and the racism that is happening. But what are we going to do to change it, to make it better? So, that's what I got for today. I'm going to go check these comments. I don't think we got any. I see y'all tuned in. I appreciate you guys. Once again, you're tuned in to me and the ladies from KY Radio here on Power 106.3 FM. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I want you guys to go follow for me real quick. Go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Me and the Ladies Room KY Radio, Power 106 FM KY Radio. Tune in to www.kyheartmedia.com 24/7, all streaming platforms everywhere. I need you guys to go share the live. I need y'all to tag some business owners. We need to get this information out. If we don't get the information out, how do we build? So here's a way for y'all to get the information out. We are doing the work. I need everybody to start doing the work. So go ahead, tell everybody how they can get in contact with you or how they can find the businesses or whatever information you feel like you want to give out.
So first I'll talk to the people who may want to apply to be a vendor. You can go to rainbowblossom.com/vendors to apply and give us information about your business. You can check us out on Instagram at Rainbow Blossom KY, and Facebook is Facebook/Rainbow Blossom.
Okay. All right, well, Miss Summer, I appreciate you for coming and having this conversation with me. Once again, I want to say kudos to you for just being who you are and being genuine and saying, hey, like, there's no reason why we're not doing this already. Let's do this. And then putting your money where your mouth is, because, like, it's not been a game. It has not been a game. You got over 400 responses, and you have legit told people, this is what I need you to do, and you followed through. So, once again, I want to say thank you for being who you are, just because, but I want to say thank you for helping trying to heal the community.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for reaching out and having me on.
No problem.
Hopefully next time will be even more great stuff happening.
I hope so. I would like to have some fun on the show again, y'all. I feel like we've been so serious here lately. But real quick, I want to shout out my Power 106 team today. They held it down. One of our own was detained, and we jumped to action. So shout outs to Amira of the Amira Show. We love you, baby girl. Shout outs to the Lituation Room. Shout outs to Throwback House Party. Shout outs to Speak on the Radio. Shout outs to Lakeisha the model. Shout outs to everybody who loves Mira. We try to hold her down. Baby girl is out. She goes to court in September, so we're going to show up before us for that one. But I'm going to get Mira up here so she can tell her side of the story. But that thing went viral, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have already seen it. But we was gonna hold baby girl down. She is out, so I did want to announce that and shout out to the team. Shout out to Pierre and Liddy. They made sure they were down there at time to pick her up from the station because I had to be here at the station up here. So I pretty much think that's about it for the night, y'all. I ain't have too much to talk about, y'all. I got more work to go do, so I'll be here working. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in and supporting Power 106.3 FM KY Radio. If you are looking to get an interview, some music played, looking for some advertising, or anything of that nature, definitely hit me up. It is MSNAUDDY on Facebook. It's also MSNAUDDY power106fmky@gmail.com. Email me. Hit me up, people. We running advertising specials. Shout outs to Tiandria, the marketing maven. She is hosting once again for the third year 502 Black Business Week. So you can go check that out at 502blackbusinessweek.com. She has over 70 businesses advertised on that thing. So, and they're all running specials for Juneteenth week. So happy Juneteenth week ahead of time. That's this Friday. There's lots of celebrations and parades and events happening this weekend for that. So definitely get out, support that, take the kids, have a good time, be safe, and we are out.
I also saw that it's Black Baby Wearing Week.
Who?
Black Baby Wearing Week. You know, like you wear babies.
Oh, never heard that one. That's a good one.
I hadn't heard of it either, but it was all over my.
I swear we get new stuff every year. Like, I'm like, that's a thing? Like, I had no clue that was a thing. Okay.